Elbakkoush is a political analyst and former advisor to the High Council State. He joins us now from Istanbul. Thank you so much for your time for TRT World. The agreement at the meeting in Tunis, as I just mentioned, suggests that all these next steps will lead to the fair elections. Is it optimistic to expect this actually to happen in 18 months?
No, not at all. Not the way the agreement is structured. The agreement is basically a Sarraj 2 or a sequel. I wasn't negotiating Sarraj. And this is basically the only innovation is that it split the presidential council, then the government. So there is a prime minister and there is a presidential council now instead of being one and the same. That's the only difference, and it sits 18 months. Let's not forget that the major participant in this agreement is the House of Representatives. The constitutional declaration says that the House of Representatives has 18 months to perform its job, and then it cannot renew itself except through a referendum. Its time expired on 21st of October 2015. It's still around in 2020, in November 2020. So these dates are arbitrary, and there is no way of enforcing them. Like there was no way to enforce the Presidential Council 2-year term or the General National Congress, the State Council, which term started in 2012.
Right. You know, the UN representatives, they seem cautiously optimistic when it comes to this. And I do want to discuss more the agreement itself. You mentioned some of the things that I wanted to hear, but it also outlines this process of national reconciliation and that this should be done, these steps should be done by transitional government. Is this government capable of doing so?
Not at all. All these provisions are standard cut and paste in every agreement that was struck so far. I mean, what the government they could not do over the past 10 years, this government is not going to do in 18 months, especially since this government is divvied up according to regions and political affiliation. So this government is not united. The prime minister is not going to be able to pick his own ministers. They would be picked up, allotted by region and by political affiliation. So I don't think we can expect in 2 months to do anything. And that's the way life is in Libya. Nothing gets done that fast.
Okay, thank you so much, Salah Elbakkoush, a political analyst, who is also, like many Libyans, skeptical about the peace that's going to be achieved following this agreement. Thank you so much, Salah.